This is NewsBreak26 in Southwest New Brunswick. I'm Vicki Hogarth. Here's what's happening in our part of the world. New data from Statistics Canada shows a sharp decline in cross-border travel between New Brunswick and the United States last month, amid escalating trade tensions between the two countries. The number of Canadians returning home through the St. Stephen and Milltown crossings dropped by 24% in February, while the third bridge, used by both travelers and commercial traffic, saw a 15% decline. Even on Campobello Island, where residents must travel through the United States to reach the rest of Canada, crossings fell by 6%. American travel into Canada also slowed, with 11% fewer U.S. citizens entering via St. Stephen and Milltown compared to last year. This drop reflects a nationwide trend, with land borders crossings down 23% across Canada. British Columbia had the steepest decline at 29%, with New Brunswick's overall crossings falling by 19%. The slowdown comes as the trade war is escalating. Over the weekend, those tensions were on the minds of many at a rally in St. Stephen marking International Women's Day. A crowd from both sides of the international border gathered near the wharf in support of women's freedoms, human rights, and Canadian sovereignty. For some Americans at the rally, the focus wasn't just on social issues, but on the cross-border relations. Many expressed concern that the growing trade war between Canada and the United States could damage the close ties between the two border communities. Ann Lever of Eastport, Maine, said she attended the event to stand in solidarity with her Canadian friends.
I wake up every morning and watch the sun rise up over Campobello. So I've been really heartsick about everything that's happening, but especially any wedge between us and Canada. I'm not very political. I don't belong to any organizations, but I know who my friends are. And Canada we couldn't have a better friend than Canada.
Dr. Ginny Pond of Cowles, Maine, says she's deliberately shifting her shopping habits to support Canadian businesses.
The minute that things started happening in the U.S., I felt very strongly that I needed to respond in whatever way I could. You know, I love Canada and Canadians, and I was horrified. I've been horrified by, sorry, Cheeto is the term I use. He's orange and he's a cheat. I won't even say his name, okay? And so I've begun not shopping at Walmart, shopping at Giant Tiger and the Superstore, going to Tim Hortons in the morning, in every way that I can be over here, and I'm going to keep coming as much as I can.
Paul Strickland from Robbinston, Maine, worries that the tariffs will have ripple effects in his community.
These tariffs could have an impact on both sides of the river, and we recognize that. Where we live, just across the river, we're on the Canadian energy grid. So, any tariff that are enacted are going to impact us as well. Oil, gasoline, our lobstermen are going to be affected because, so much of the processing of lobster takes place in Canada, not in Maine.
At a press conference in response to Trump's tariffs last week, New Brunswick Premier Susan Holt said blocking energy exports remains on the table, but cautioned that any action should consider the impact on cross-border communities.
Our neighbors in Maine are our friends, and we want to put serious consideration into the decisions that might hurt some of the people that have already spoken up against the tariffs.
Meanwhile, back in the border town of St. Stephen, rally organizer Tracy Matheson says the ties between her community and Cowles, Maine have run deep for centuries. From first responders assisting each other in emergencies to generations of families crossing the border daily, she says the relationship is one of trust, but also one that needs to be defended.
Every summer we have International Festival along with their Chocolate Festival. It's a big party. We celebrate each other. If there's a fire on one side of the border, the other side comes over to help. We work as a team, and we have for hundreds of years. It's almost nostalgic and romantic, our relationship. But unfortunately, we have to make decisions and stand by them. It's like teaching our American counterparts tough love, but in Canadian style. We've had enough. We shouldn't be bullied or insulted, It's unacceptable, and we just can't allow these things to happen.
That's all the news I have for you. For more stories and online exclusives, visit CHCO TV and the Courier online at chco.tv.
A news and public affairs production of CHCO TV, New Brunswick's only source for independent community television.